South Mississippi, there is always a reason to celebrate cars. From Cruisin the Coast to Jeepin the Coast, and coming up this weekend, Scrapin the Coast. In this week's Coast Life, Hugh Keaton visits with car owners who spend most of their spare time getting ready for the showcase events.
The roar of an engine. It's like music to the ears of Shane Lester.
As a kid, you get little Hot Wheels, you get your models and things. Well, I try to supersize them. I'm just a big kid.
There isn't much in Lester's life that doesn't involve vehicles. He makes his living running precision paint and body in Long Beach. He's been a cast member on the show Street Outlaws. And as a hobby, he's built up more rides than he can count.
This is a 1984 GMC C10. So I bought it as close to what I wanted as possible, so that I could take it from there and make it mine. We had to tub the bed, obviously, for the to fit the wheels and tires.
Now, ready to show it off at Scrapin the Coast, Lester looks at his finished hot rod with pride.
I sit back and I smile. I love it.
Lester lives out his automotive obsession with his wife, Natalie, riding along.
If I want to go to Pigeon Forge or something, there's a car show, she's down, she's ready to go.
All the time.
She's in with it.
To be in with it, Natalie has a car she calls her own.
I have a 1939 Ford Roadster. Obviously, it's heavily modified. It's chopped, it's dropped, suicide doors. I enjoy bringing it out for scraping. I actually found it in a parking lot, and me and my husband Shane chased it on foot and bought it. And luckily, when we got to it, it was for sale and we bought it.
I built this car for my wife, and I wanted to match her and try to my best to match the beauty.
That makes me feel wonderful. It surely does. I'm very proud of the car. I'm very proud of what my husband did for me. There's nothing better than watching other people enjoy your ride.
Even though the Lester's rides are certainly low to the ground, they're not necessarily scrapers. Event organizer Miles Holcomb helped start Scrapin the Coast 21 years ago. In the 2 decades since, he says the event has evolved from just scraping into a celebration of flashy show cars of all styles.
There's a joke going around now that we're scraping the sky because we have a lot of big trucks that are starting to show face, but the guys that are buying the big trucks are towing the scrapers. So it's there's something for everybody out there.
Most people have the stigma of thinking that it is just for the lowriders and scraping and things of that nature, when actually there's stuff of this caliber there that is not scraping. They really cater to a bunch of different categories of vehicles.
Scrapin the Coast is just the latest chance for the Lesters to carry on their hot rodding tradition.
Building these cars, driving these cars, showing these cars off is part of the coast life.
There's nothing like being on the coast and cruising down the beach line in a hot rod or a race car or your old antique, well, however you want to say it.
Around 2,000 tricked out vehicles are expected to hit Highway 90 this weekend. Living the coast life in Harrison County, Hugh Keaton, WLOX News Now.